Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the quiz that puts obscure knowledge to the test. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Anita, and this is my partner, Chris, and we live in a lovely little village in Northamptonshire called Yardley Hastings.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Ben. This is my sister Lucy, and we're from Rugby, Warwickshire.
Couple number three.
Hello, I'm Lorraine, and this is my partner David, and we're from Halifax.
And finally, couple number four.
Hello, I'm Brian. This is my lovely wife, Kate, and we're all the way from Portsmouth.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much indeed, all of you. A very warm welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce on his relationship podcast. He's dealt with more beef than a Highland cattle farmer. It is my Pointless friend. It's Chris Ramsey.
Very good. How are you?
I'm very well. Very well indeed.
We have dealt with a lot of beef. So me and my wife, we've got a podcast and we've got a section called What's Your Beef?
Yeah.
We just say it to each other. It's almost like marriage counselling. It's great.
It's like marriage counselling with 800,000 people sitting in a ring of chairs.
Yes, thankfully
around
you can't
you.
shout in.
Yeah.
But we get told by people, they'll go, oh, I started a What's Your Beef with my husband. Yeah, they do. They'll go, when I go, I hope it was like, you know, I hope it was two-way. I hope you didn't just sit him down and tell him why he was annoying you. I hope you gave him a turn as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Story.
it's all good, man.
There
We've started it off.
Good stuff.
It's a revolution.
No, you have, slowly but surely. Now, Jill and David, by the way, got through to the final last time, and they did not win the jackpot. So we are adding another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £2,500. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. I know you know this, but just remember it at all times. The pair with the highest score at the end of each round gets eliminated, so keep your scores nice and low, OK? That's it. That's the only advice I have. Best of luck to everybody. Our first category today is food and drink. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who wants to go first, who wants to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns recipes with vegetables removed, Chris.
On each pass, we're going to show you the titles of 7 recipes from the BBC Food website, but we've removed the vegetables from each title. Exactly what my 8-year-old son would do. We're going to give you the first and last letters with blank spaces for each of the letters in between. We're also going to give you the name of the chef or the cook who authored the recipe, just in case you know it by heart. So obviously give with a vegetable that the fewest of our 100 knew. Have fun, good luck, and good luck if you're playing along at home.
Thank you very much indeed. Here is our board of 7 recipes with missing vegetables. Here we go. And we have SN fritters with chili yoghurt, Leslie Waters, chicken, LK and tarragon pie, Jeremy Lee, wild salmon and AS quiches, Candice Brown, BSSS with chestnuts and pancetta, Mary Berry, MT, chili and rice noodle salad, Phil Vickery, SH and ricotta ravioli, Gennaro Contaldo, and Rosti P.O. with fried egg and brie, Nick Nam. There we are. Chris, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm now retired. I retired a few years ago, having worked for most of my career for a major credit card company.
Lovely. And what do you like to fill your time with, Chris?
I enjoy watching sport, particularly my local rugby team, which is Northampton Saints.
Oh, very good indeed. Now, Chris, the board, these missing vegetables.
I'm going to go for the bottom answer, and I'll say rosti potato.
Potato, says Chris. Let's see how many of our 100 said potato. Potato is right. 58, not bad. It's a solid start. It's 58 for potato.
Good start. Now, this is a beautiful round because as the answers get revealed, it gets more and more delicious. Yeah.
That does sound good, Nick Nam.
Really good.
Very well done, thank you. Now then, Lucy, welcome back. Good to have you with us again. This is your 3rd show.
It is.
It is the 3rd show. There must be things we haven't yet heard about you, Lucy.
I love vegetables and I love learning languages. I'm a self-taught polyglot and, yeah, I just like collecting them.
Talk us through your polyglottism. What do you speak?
So I speak French, which I did learn as a kid in school, and then since then I've learned Spanish, Portuguese, Serbo-Croatian and Italian.
Very good indeed. But that's really satisfying. I mean, you can speak in Serbo-Croat, can you?
Da.
This is, you see? Yeah. There we are. Now, what are you going to go for? Vegetables.
I am going to go with the third from the bottom, mange tout chili and rice noodles.
Mange tout chili and rice noodles. OK, let's see if that's right for Phil Vickery. Let's see how many of our 100 said it. Mange tout is absolutely right. Well, 58 is the only score we have, and you whiz past that. Look at that, mange tout. All that French speaking, you see, comes in very handy. 9. Very well done.
Again, love these rounds because you ready for a mange tout fact?
Oh, please.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
OK, the word mange tout can refer to either of two similar but different varieties of pea. Snow peas have got flat pods, whereas
Yes.
snap peas,
Yes.
this is a common misconception,
Yes.
have more rounded pods, but you knew that.
The flat ones, that's your mange tout.
Right,
Sugar
okay.
snap, I mean, lovely.
Yeah.
Bit stringy,
crunch.
but, you know, thank you very much indeed. Now, Lorraine, welcome to Pointless. It's great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Lorraine.
I'm retired now, and I was a development manager and partnership manager for Macmillan Cancer Support.
Right. I mean, now you've retired from that, I mean, do you still keep up with everybody? I imagine that must have been rather...
Well, it's been a little bit difficult, but we text and email, and
Yeah.
so you do miss the people, which
Yes,
is...
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Now, Lorraine, vegetables, missing vegetables, more to the point. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for the third one, the wild salmon and asparagus.
Asparagus, says Lorraine. Let's see how many of our 100 said asparagus. Asparagus is right. Well, 58 was our high score, 9 is our low, 38 is where you end up with asparagus. Not bad.
Nice work. If the weather is right, an asparagus spear can grow as much as 6 inches in one day.
Yes.
They're going
Yes.
to take over the world.
Luckily, they stop.
Right,
They
okay,
then stop.
so they've got a critical mass.
Oh, they have a critical mass.
Otherwise, they'd be coming in the doors.
I know, terrifying. But they
horrible.
come up like gravestones out of the soil. Oh, it's very exciting when asparagus season is on.
Right, OK, so we're
Oh.
not watching paint dry, we're watching asparagus
Watch
grow.
your asparagus grow.
Happy days.
There we go. That's how it works with asparagus. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome back, Brian. I think it is your third show as well.
You're correct, yes.
This is right. Oh, this is your last chance to fill us in on Brian facts.
Just a complete petrol head, really. So if it's got an engine and it's got wheels, then I'm interested.
He's interested.
Watch it, use it, play it, ride it.
Brian develops spare parts for Formula One. I know. Exciting job. Very exciting. Does that mean you have to work over weekends?
No, fortunately, I'm just in the sales side. The guys down on the shop floor might end up doing
They
it.
might.
but
Yeah. There we are. Now, listen, Brian, you are the last person to have this board. Would you like to talk us through it and fill in all the blanks?
I've got chicken and leek, and I've got spinach and ricotta, and that's as far as I go. So I'm probably going to go with spinach and ricotta.
Spinach and ricotta. Well, let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Spinach and ricotta. Spinach. Absolutely right. Well, 58 is still the high score, and you passed that. 44 for spinach.
Nice, yeah. That was the right choice between those two, because that was a 44. You were correct with chicken and leek, but that was a gigantic scorer with 86. Xander, can you clear the
Yeah,
rest
well,
up?
Brussels sprouts we've got there for Mary Berry.
Love the Brussels sprout.
Yeah, same here.
The Brussels sprouts would have scored you 29.
So SN fritters with... It's... Why am I not seeing that one?
Come on. Little yellow things.
Sweet corn.
There we are. That was so
There we
quick.
go.
It
Sweet
really
corn.
was on the tip of your tongue. And that would have scored you 12.
There we go. Marvellous. Thank you very much indeed. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 9, Lucy. There we are, mange tout. Very well done. We travel up from 9 to 38, where we find Lorraine and Dave, and from there up to 44, where we find Brian and Kay, and from there to 58, where we find Chris and Anita. So, Anita, you will be going last. Let's hope there's a lovely low-scoring answer there that you know left on the board waiting for you. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let us put 7 more recipes with vegetables removed on the board, and here they are. I give you BT and feta pasta, Nadia Hussein, pork and FL casserole, Simon Rimmer, venison SE and blackberries, Bryn Williams, braised red CE with apples, Mike Robinson, classic CR cheese, the Hairy Bikers, CE spaghetti, Rachel Phipps, and creamy CT and coriander soup, Brian Turner. There we are, Kay. Welcome back to the show. Great to have you with us for this third attempt at the Pointless Summit. Tell us yet more about yourself, Kay.
Well, my husband's a petrol head, but actually took me 12 times to pass my driving test.
12?
Yes.
I mean, by the time you've done it 11 times, you mustn't have believed your eyes when you were told you'd passed.
I didn't believe it when they said it.
I mean, how many times were you going to allow yourself?
I was just going to keep going.
Just keep going?
Yeah. I kept thinking, that, surely, there's so many idiots on the road, surely I can pass.
Sure, I can be one of them.
Yeah, surely I can be one of them.
You must have known all the examiners by name.
I had to go through to a second lot of examiners.
Wow.
So I did all the examiners in Portsmouth, and then they had to send
They had to
examiners
bring some new ones in.
Southampton.
Wow. When you said you'd went through them all, I thought you meant they'd retired.
No, they looked very old by the end of it. Wow. Now then, Kay, you are on 44, which means 13 or less, even at this early stage, could get you into round 2 immediately. So, what might you go for?
I actually don't know that many of them, some of the obvious ones, so I'm going to go for the second one down. Pork and fennel casserole.
Pork and fennel. I mean, that's got 13 or less written all over it, hasn't it? Pork and fennel. Here's your red line. Let's see where we end up with fennel. Fennel is absolutely right. 30. I slightly overestimated it there. But anyway, it takes you up to 74. I think you've done enough. Very good.
Yeah, 30. Fennel, is that the aniseedy one?
Well, exactly, but it could either be the fennel seed, which is quite aniseedy, or it could be the fennel bulb, which is quite... Actually, it's quite nice fennel. It's a bit grown up. A bit sort of... You know what I mean? It's a bit sort of... You have to be getting a kick out of how healthily you're eating.
OK, I thought it was like... Because sometimes I'll tell my children something's grown up or spicy and you won't like it, just because I know they actually will like it.
They're a
and
bit...
It all.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste, I think, the fennel bulb. You roast it, and it's a bit sort of... Yeah,
get it
a
in the
bit
bin.
fibery.
Get it in the bin.
Yeah.
I'm OK for it.
Yeah.
Look forward to more of my opinions on more vegetables as this round goes on.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Dave, welcome to Pointless. Terrific to have you here. What a colossally colourful shirt that is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for bringing that along and brightening our lives. Tell us all about yourself, Dave.
Well, I'm like Lorraine. I'm retired as well. If she's retiring, then I'm retiring.
Very good.
We met through scuba diving, and we've been very lucky and blessed to have been to lots of places around the world and meet lots of interesting people and made lots of new friends.
So when you first met, it was all...
Yeah, a bit like that.
Brilliant. Well, now,
like that.
Dave, you were on 38. 35 or less gets you into the next round.
There's a few on there. I think I'm going to go for the third one down. Venison, swede and blackberries.
Swede, says Dave. Here we go. You get a red line, and it is here. Shall we see how many of our 100 people said Swede? Swede is right. And it gets you into round 2. Look at that. Very well done indeed. Down it goes to 6. This is colossal. Very well done indeed. 44.
Very nice work. Now, swede, it's a solid-looking thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Because I don't think I can say what I'm about to say.
I know. I was going to... Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a bit... Yes.
Yeah.
We'll cover that maybe at the end.
Let's be careful.
If
we'll
we
cover
remember.
that at the end, just because, yes.
Or maybe just in one of our between the rounds vegetable chats.
We'll chat about it later on. Yeah,
we probably will.
We'll have another vegetable Zoom.
Yeah, nice, please. Yes. Ben, welcome back to Pointless. It's terrific to have you here. And now we discovered that you are studying your PhD. Remind me, what's your PhD in?
It's in artificial intelligence
Yes,
and
of course.
music.
And music?
And music, yeah.
Wow. Have you come up with the perfect 3.5-minute pop song?
At
the press of a button?
Sadly. But one of my colleagues is working on predicting that from a song. So taking a song and using a computer, determining how likely it is to be a hit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, Ben, you're on 9. We are looking at a score of 64 or less from you.
I will go for the first one, and I'll say beetroot and feta pasta.
Beetroot, says Ben, and feta pasta. I mean, that sounds good. It really does sound good. Here is your red line. It's very high. There it is. Can we get you below that with beetroot? Beetroot is right, gets you through, unsurprisingly, and down it goes 41, taking your total up to a lovely round 50.
41, yes, very good. Do you want a Chris Ramsey fact about beetroot?
I would like it more than life itself.
Never had one.
Do you know, I have made my peace with beetroot.
Yeah, I heard you and beetroot have beef.
Yeah, no, we did have beef. I hated beetroot for quite a lot of my life. And now, I think partly because I know it's very good for you.
Yeah. I feel like you need to release a beetroot recipe book and call it I've made my peace with beetroot.
I've made my peace with beetroot.
I'd buy that.
There we go. OK, thank you very much. Now then, Anita, we come to you. Welcome to Pointless. It's terrific to have you with us. Tell us all about yourself, Anita.
So I work as a chiropodist.
As a
chiropodist.
A
chiropodist.
Or exactly. No, I like the chiropodist.
Podiatrist or whatever.
Podiatrist.
Yes.
Very good.
Yep.
Yes.
So I work the villages around near where we live.
Very good indeed. Good for you. Now, 58 is your score at the moment. We are looking, and we absolutely have to get a score of 15 or less from you. Do you think you can talk us through the board?
Right. So we've got braised red cabbage with apples, classic cauliflower cheese, courgette spaghetti, and creamy carrot and coriander soup.
So, what are you going to go for?
Oh, I like them all. I'll go for the courgette spaghetti.
Courgette spaghetti?
Yep.
You'd have to call it that, surely. Here is your red line. Courgette spaghetti. Is it going to get you below that red line? It might. So far, it's looking good, Anita. Still looking good. You've done it! Oh! Down goes to 12. This is absolutely terrific. Outstanding work. And better still, it takes the total up to a beautiful round 70.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful work. You took us through the board perfectly and you picked the best answer on there that you needed. Braised red cabbage with apples, that would have scored you 54. Cauliflower, which took me a long time to work out staring at it by the northern lads here.
Cheese.
Yeah. What?
Wasn't that the clue? Cheese. That was the giveaway.
Put cheese with
Read to the end of the sentence.
Come on. That was 38. And carrot at the bottom, largest scorer there, 80.
Thank you very much indeed. Now we are at the end of our first round, which means we have to say goodbye to our first pair, Kay and Brian. This is outrageous. This is where we send you off into the sunset. I'm sorry, we're not sending you back laden down with pointless trophies. But it's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing, Kay and Brian. But for the remaining three pairs, it is now time for round 2. And 3 pairs remain. Very well done indeed. What 3 pairs they are. Dave, you were our lowest individual scorer with Swede. Very good indeed. And Dave and Lorraine, in fact, our lowest combined scorer. So well done on the far podium. But you were all terrific. You know that. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is word endings. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending UNK as they could. Chris?
Yes, so we're looking for any word found in the app version of the Chambers Dictionary that ends in the letters UNK. This is up to August 2023. We may require you to spell out your answer, so careful and good luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Chris, we come to you first. Always tricky going first in these word rounds.
OK, I will go for countersunk.
It's maybe not so tricky going first in these words round. Countersunk. Shall we see if that is a word? Oh, it's a word. In which case, I see one outcome. Oh, no! I didn't see that at all. 2 of our 100 said countersunk, but still, it's a great score. Very well done.
Countersunk, it describes a screw or a nail with its head recessed into the surrounding material. Oh, nothing more satisfying than a countersunk screw.
Beautiful. Ben?
I am not sure whether a lot of these things in my head are actually words. Suddenly become very doubtful about that. I'm just going to go with debunk.
Debunk. Debunk, says Ben. Should we see how many of our 100 said debunk? Look at that, 7 to debunk. Very well done indeed.
Nice work. To show a claim to be false, you know, since the internet and social media, stuff gets debunked every 5 seconds now. It's a big thing.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Dave.
I can only think of obvious ones. I'm going to have to... I don't know if it's a real word. Pre-drunk.
Pre-drunk. Pre-drunk. Let's find out. How many of our 100 said pre-drunk? No, Dave! Dave! I like what you were trying to do there, but no, I'm afraid not acceptable to the column. I'm afraid that scores you 100 points.
Yeah, I see what you're trying to do, because before people go out now, they go for pre-drinks.
Yes.
So if you get drunk at pre-drinks, you might be pre-drunk.
Nice.
But no.
I'm often pre-drunk parties. Often. Often.
This shouldn't be happening yet.
Hang on, what's going on? Thank you very much indeed. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. Chris, 2 is where you are. Chris and Anita, then up to 7, which is where we find Ben and Lucy, and then up to 100, where we find Dave and Lorraine. I mean, I don't know what could happen in the next pass, Lorraine, but a lovely low score from you is not going to hurt. So good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Now, Lorraine, remember we are looking for any words that end with these lovely letters U-N-K.
Again, not sure it's a word, but unsunk.
Unsunk. Unsunk, says Lorraine. Should we see if this is a word? Unsunk. No red line. You're the high scorers. Our newest members of the 200 Club. Hooray! Well done, you. Massive congratulations. Lovely to have you on board. But yes, I'm afraid that scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 200.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, it's incorrect answer. It's not a word. It's not on the app. But yeah, 200 Club, you know.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Lucy, you're on 7, by the way. It doesn't matter what you score. There'll be no red line for you. You're already into the head-to-head.
OK, in that case, I'm going to go... I don't know if this is a word. The more times I say it in my head, the more times I think it's just sounds. But...
It sounds like the one I was going to go for.
It's spelunk.
Yes, it is exactly the one I was going to go for.
I can
wow.
Read your mind.
There we are.
Yeah.
So, well, let's find out. There's no red line for you because you're already through spelunk. And I obviously have a lot riding on this.
Yeah, you're personally invested.
Yes.
This is incredible.
Please be brilliant. Oh, you and me both, Lucy, going down in flames. Oh, I'm so sorry. That scores you 100 points.
At least it doesn't matter.
At least it doesn't matter. It takes your total up to 107. You are through.
At least it doesn't matter, said in a tone of voice that sounded like it really mattered. Spelunking is a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Spelunking, cave exploring.
Yeah.
And someone who does that is a spelunker. But spelunk isn't. It's not on the app.
Oh,
not a word.
No. Anita, you're on 2. Doesn't matter what you score either.
Right.
You are through to the head-to-head.
Chipmunk, because I like chipmunks.
OK, there we go. No red line. You're already through. Chipmunk. And down it goes to 1. Very well done indeed. 1 takes your total up to 3.
Very well done. There were only 9 pointless answers. Bigunk? Bigunk, yeah, that's a word, yeah. Bohunk, cyberpunk, dunderfunk, forswunk, overstunk, wow, splatterpunk, steampunk, and Dave, sorry, you were so close, undrunk. So yeah, that's obviously something that hasn't been drunk yet. And that word, which I'm sure all of us at home are absolutely flabbergasted that I haven't said yet, is meaning spirit or metal or pluckiness that you were all thinking of. That's called 16.
There we are. Thank you.
You know the one I mean.
I know the one you mean.
You know the one I mean.
Yes. I think everyone knows the one I mean. They knew it within a split second of that criterion appearing on the board. There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Well, that brings us to the end of our second round. It means we have to say goodbye to our second pair, Lorraine and Dave. It's you we say goodbye to. We'll see you again next time. And already I'm looking forward to seeing what you'll be wearing. What birds, what Hawaiian shirts. Thanks very much for playing. Lorraine and Dave, brilliant. But for our 2 remaining pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Huge congratulations to Chris and Anita, Lucy and Ben, because they are 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for the jackpot, which currently stands at £2,500. Now, here's the good news. Before we play the head-to-head, we're going to give you an opportunity to find a couple more pointless answers, see if we can throw some more money into that jackpot. So here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many German palaces and castles as they could, Chris.
As always, you'll see 6 options. 2 are pointless castles or palaces in Germany, 2 are scoring, and 2 are big steaming lies. It's just for a bit of fun, but £250 in the jackpot for each pointless answer you get, so play for the money. Which is the point in winning?
Thank you very much indeed. You should put that on a T-shirt, Chris. I feel it's a good axiom.
Yeah.
Right. Here are 6 possible pointless German castles. I give you Burg Stahleck, Schloss Schleißheim, Burg Elitz, Schloss Adler, Burg Wamdu, and Schloss Schwerin. Does anybody know anything?
No.
Okay. In which case,
Nothing jumps out.
No.
Nothing is anybody's name or...
Chris and Anita, what would you like to nominate as a pointless German castle?
I think we should go for one of the Schlosses. What, the second one
The
down?
second one down.
Schloss Schleißheim.
Yeah, that's the one.
Schleißheim. Should we see? Schloss Schleißheim. Is that a pointless German castle? It's a German castle. Certainly sounds like a German castle. I don't know what it's doing up there if it's not. And look at that. Very well done indeed. You've done phenomenally well. Right, Lucy and Ben, let's find the other one. What are you going to go for?
Let's go with the top one.
You're going to go for Burg Stahleck. Should we see if Burg Stahleck is a pointless German castle? It's a German castle. It has to be that to be a pointless German castle. It's a pointless German castle. Very well done indeed. Oh, this is a happy, happy day.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was just
Look at that.
beautiful work across the board.
Good job, guys.
Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I did, like standing deliberating, one of my favourite things I think I've heard in my time on this show is Chris saying, let's go for one of the Schlosses. Just a great game plan. Just a great game plan. So yeah, you got them both there. Underneath there, we've got. Do you want to have a turn at this?
Schloss Adler, I've heard of. So that I think is a real castle.
You would be wrong. That is a red herring.
Oh no.
It's a.
Oh, is it from a film?
It's a fictional German castle.
Is it from Where Eagles Dare?
There you go.
It is, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you really pulled it back there. I'll give you that. Next one.
Burg Eltz. Should we say Burg Eltz is a real castle?
Burg Eltz is a real castle. That would have scored you 4.
And let's say Schloss Schwerin is a real castle.
Also a real castle. Very well done. You can say that one. What's
Burg Wamdu.
The Wamdu project had a 1999 hit with King of My Castle. So
Brilliant.
That's what's happening there.
Wamdu. Oof. Perfect. Splendid. Right, well, very well done. You found both pointless answers, which means we can sit back with satisfaction and watch the jackpot swell, taking it up to £3,000. Ah, very well done. Who'll be playing for it, though? Well, let's find out in the head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you are now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to both pairs. Here is our first question, and it concerns famous people wearing hairnets. Chris.
We're about to show you, believe it or not, 5 images of famous people wearing hairnets or hairnet-style headgear. Just tell us the person that you think the fewest of our 100 people got. Good luck and have fun, because it's fun.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our 5 people in hairnets, because here they come. A. B. C. D. And E. There we are. 5 famous people in hairnets. Now then, Chris and Anita, you're all those scorers. You get to go first.
Either C or E.
We'll go for C, and we'll say Sir Alistair Cook.
Sir Alistair Cook, says Chris and Anita. Lucy and Ben, can you talk us through that board?
So A, Sacha Baron Cohen. E is Liz Truss. The other 2, I'm not so sure at all.
What are you going to go for?
I think A, because Liz Truss is too topical.
OK.
Yeah.
You're going to go for Sacha Baron Cohen. So we have Alistair Cook and Sacha Baron Cohen. Chris and Anita went for Alistair Cook for C. How many of our 100 said that? Alistair Cook. Absolutely right. Oh, it's a good score. There it is, down to 8. The great Alistair Cook only scoring 8. Lucy and Ben, meanwhile, going for Sacha Baron Cohen for A. How many of our 100 said that? Sacha Baron Cohen, absolutely right. Is the hairnet going to get it low? Oh, 22. No. Chris and Anita, very well done indeed. After 1 question, you're up 1-0.
We'll just clear up the one there. E is Liz Truss, and Liz Truss the highest score on the board, but not much higher than Sacha Baron Cohen. 27 you'd have got if you'd have picked Liz Truss. So we've got D and B. They are the lowest scorers on the board, one of which is pointless. Do you want to have a turn?
Well, I don't know. I'm from here. Is that Frances McDormand for B?
No.
I mean, the only other person it could be is Mrs. What's her name from Downton?
That is Phyllis Logan, and that was a pointless answer, Phyllis Logan.
Wow.
And the one remaining there would have got you 4. That is Solange Knowles.
Ah.
Beyonce's sister.
There we go.
So there we go.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, here comes your second question. Lucy and Ben, you get to answer it first, but you've got to win it to stay in the game. So good luck. Our second question is all about animated films and their origins. Chris.
We're going to give you the origins of 5 different animated films. We'll also give you the initials of the film and the year that it was released. Please, obviously, tell us the title of the animated film that you think is the most obscure. Good luck, and good luck if you're playing along at home.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 animated film origins, and here they are. La Belle et la Bête by the French novelist Gabrielle Suzanne Barbeau de Villeneuve, BATB, 1991. The Old Testament story of Moses, TPOE, 1998. A Chinese folk song composed during the Northern Wei dynasty, M, 1998. The hero who performed 12 labours, including slaying the Hydra in Greek mythology, H, 1997. And a ballet by Russian composer Tchaikovsky, first premiered in 1877, TSP, 1994. Now then, Lucy and Ben, you go first.
We're just going to throw a caution to the wind because it's our last show and go with the second one, which I think is The Prince of Egypt.
The Prince of Egypt for the Old Testament story of Moses. Chris and Anita, what would you like to go for? Do you want to talk us through the board?
The first one is Beauty and the Beast, but I think that'll be very high. The hero that performed 12 labours, I think that might be Hercules. I think we'll go for Hercules.
OK, you're going to go for Hercules. So we have The Prince of Egypt versus Hercules. Lucy and Ben went for The Prince of Egypt. How many of our 100 said that? The Prince of Egypt for the Old Testament story of Moses. Absolutely right. That goes down to 10. Very well done indeed. Meanwhile, Chris and Anita have gone for Hercules, the hero who performed 12 labours. How many of our 100 said Hercules? Hercules is right. That goes down to 44. Very well done indeed, Lucy and Ben. You're back in the game after 2 questions. It's 1-1.
Oh, yes. Very exciting. So, do you want to have a go at clearing up this board?
I think we can do... Yes, I think we can do this. Beauty and the Beast, obviously, at the top.
Not as high as you'd imagine. 28 on that.
Ah. Then we get this Chinese folk song, Mulan.
Mulan, absolutely good score. That 11, nice low score.
And then the Tchaikovsky ballet, The Swan Princess.
Yes, obviously the ballet was called Swan Lake, but the animation we're looking for is Swan Princess. And, yeah, lowest scorer on the board there, 4.
Fabulous. Thank you very much indeed. Right, it all comes down to this third question. That'll decide who goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck, both pairs. Here is our third question. It is all about countries without rivers. Chris.
Yes. So we're going to show you the names of 5 countries, all of which do not have a permanent natural river. The countries that we're going to show you are all in anagram form. So you've got to unscramble the letters and give us the most obscure country name. Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the 5 anagrams, and here they come. No coma, Tamla, Irk tibia, Aid as I Aruba, and enemy. There we are. Chris and Anita, you get to go first.
Can you think of any others?
No, that's what I'm trying to work out. Can I go for it?
Yeah, go for it if you think.
I will say Kiribati.
Kiribati, say Chris and Anita. Now, Lucy and Ben, would you like to talk us through the board?
That's exactly what we wanted to say.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I think we have most of them.
Yeah, so we're thinking we've got Monaco, Malta, Saudi Arabia, and Yemen. But which of these is going to score lower than Kiribati?
Yeah.
Let's take a punt on Yemen.
OK, you're going to go for Yemen. So we have Kiribati versus Yemen. Chris and Anita said Kiribati. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Kiribati, spelt Kiribati, is right. And it's a very good answer. Danica to 1. Yes, good luck with that. Lucy and Ben with Yemen. Let's see how many of our 100 said Yemen. Yemen is right. Down to 38. There we are. Very well done indeed. Chris and Anita, after 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
Wow, yeah, it's spelled Kiribati, but it is pronounced Kiribati. Never thought I'd see the day where you answered the most obscure answer and you were like, that's what we wanted. Absolute geography buffs. And you cleared the entire board. You were completely right. Monaco, we've got at the top there. That was a nice low score of 8. Next one down, we have Malta, 47. That scored you. And Saudi Arabia, 31. But you cleared it all up in one go. Very impressive work. Just sorry it didn't win you it.
Thank you very much indeed. That means the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round. I'm afraid leaving Pointless for good. Lucy and Ben, it's been wonderful having you on the show. You've been brilliant, brilliant contestants. And I'm sorry we're not sending you home with a trophy, but thank you so much for playing. Lucy and Ben. For Chris and Anita, though, it's now time for the Pointless final. Congratulations, Chris and Anita. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now get a chance to win the Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £3,000. Well, I mean, so we've had a few of these, just people turning up and coming straight through to the final in their first show. So, yeah, we're going to be sending you back home. But I hope not just with Pointless trophies, but also with the jackpot. For that to happen, something's going to have to come off on that board that you feel comfortable with. What might that be? Chris?
I would just say sport or geography, to be honest.
OK, Anita?
Yeah, geography. We both, or just sort of the natural world as such. Animals, you know.
Or just stuff.
Yeah, stuff. Any
Stuff you picked up.
Any stuff.
Well, there we are. 4 choices, all of them stuff, really. And they are physicists, gymnastics at the Olympic Games since 2000, 19th century seafaring novels, now and again in the charts. What do we think?
None of them. No physicist.
No.
Even though we learnt the periodic table.
Same with gymnastics.
Yeah. I think it's going to have to be the bottom one now and again.
Now and again in the charts, Chris.
So we are looking for the name of any artist or act that has had a UK top 10 single that contains the word now or the word again, anywhere in its title. Up to the beginning of June 2023, according to the officialcharts.com. Collaborations count as long as the artist or band were a named featured artist, and we will accept those acts as separate answers. In order to count, the words now and again must be standalone. Best of luck. Tough on this.
As always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
We are.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Any idea?
There was a track by Whitesnake called Here We Go Again.
Yeah.
Whether or not it charted, I don't know. I think we're just going to have to go for somebody that's had a lot of...
Cliff.
Somebody like Cliff.
Yeah.
Or somebody...
Let's go for...
Something like Robbie Williams.
Oh, right, yeah, Robbie.
Shall we do that?
I think so. Do we want to rethink? We've got 30 seconds left.
Well, Don't Stop Me Now was obviously Queen, but that's
obvious.
far too obvious.
Yeah. No, I think we just go for the acts.
Shall we go for those that we've decided?
Are you happy then?
We're happy.
Shall we stop the clock? Marvellous.
Yes.
Right, let's have your 3 answers then.
So we go for Cliff Richard.
In which category?
In Again.
Cliff Richard, again.
Robbie Williams.
Robbie Williams,
Now.
now.
And Whitesnake in Again.
And Whitesnake in again. So, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I think it's Whitesnake.
OK, Whitesnake we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Robbie.
Robbie Williams, and then Cliff Richard goes in the middle. Let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have Robbie Williams, Cliff Richard, and Whitesnake. Well, if one of these turns out to be pointless, what would you like to do with £3,000? Chris, I'm going to ask you first.
I'll pass to Nita, actually.
Nita, I'm going to ask you
Obviously,
first.
the money's coming my way. Well, we really love travelling. We're into cruising now, but we love going to all sorts of different places and having weird experiences sometimes.
Very good indeed. So, we are looking for songs from the charts with now and again in their titles. Robbie Williams is your first answer. Is Robbie Williams, has he been responsible for a UK top 10 single with the word now in the title? Let's find out. No, he has not. We now turn to the word again. In fact, again features in the next two answers. Cliff Richard, we're saying. Again. No. We now turn to your third and final answer, the one you think is your good answer. Let's find out. White Snake. Again, we're looking for again in the title of a UK top 10 single. White Snake. It's right. Sadly, Robbie Williams was incorrect. Sadly, Cliff Richard was incorrect. White Snake, absolutely bang on the money. Down we go. If this goes down to 0, you leave here with £3,000. It's one. One person. I'm afraid, therefore, you don't win today's jackpot. But don't forget, you have won today's Pointless trophies. So very, very well done indeed for that, Chris and Anita.
Bad luck, sorry about that. Amazingly, despite having so many hits, Cliff Richard and Robbie Williams don't have any hits with those words that you chose in the titles. And you said White Snake, they had a hit with Here I Go Again in 1982 and again in 1987. Must have re-released it. So let's have a look at some of the pointless answers that you could have had. Starting with acts of UK top 10 singles with now in the title. Dua Lipa, Don't Start Now. McFadden and Whitehead had Ain't No Stopping Us Now. Simply Red had If You Don't Know Me By Now. And Sugar Babes, About You Now. The scoring answers were Fatboy Slim, Kylie Minogue, Westlife, Celine Dion, Elvis Presley, The Rolling Stones, Tiffany, Boyzone, Free, Jimmy James and The Vagabonds, Phil Collins, Post Malone, Queen, The Libertines, The Thompson Twins, Wet 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 and Will Young. So if you said anyone else with a top 10 hit with now in the title, you would have got a pointless answer at home. So well done you. Moving on to acts with again in the title for pointless answers, you could have had Aaliyah, Try Again. Eurythmics, Here Comes the Rain Again. GLS, Beat Again. The Who, Won't Get Fooled Again. The answers that scored points here were Atomic Kitten, Westlife, Britney Spears, Charlie Puth, Gilbert O'Sullivan, Hot Chocolate, The Bee Gees, Louise, Status Quo, Beach Boys, The 3 Degrees, Tony Braxton, Whitesnake and Wiz Khalifa. So there you go.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris. And thank you, Chris and Anita. I'm sorry you didn't get to win the jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show when we will be playing for £4,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Chris.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.